All right. Good day, everybody. Today we have Billy with us from Jerry Brittingham AC and Heat. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you. So let's start out a little bit about how you got started. Tell us a little bit about the company history and where it started.
Started with my dad back in 2002. Prior to that, he had been working in air conditioning for about 18 years. Started up in Pennsylvania, ended up moving down to Florida and worked for one of the companies down here for, I think, 15, 16 years. And I ended up going to the Navy. When I left for the Navy, he decided that he was going to take the opportunity to start up his own company. 4 years after I was in the Navy, he gave me the option to either leave the Navy and come work with him or continue on with the Navy career. And at that point, I decided that I wanted to join the family business. So got out of the Navy in 2005, started working with my dad. We were working basically out of the house in a 10 by 20 storage unit. And I decided that we wanted to take it a little bit further than that and start building the company. Grew from there.
Amazing. And when you first started, was it one service only? Was it air conditioning or was it heating or did you start with both?
It was both. It was the air conditioning heating company when my dad first started by himself. After he worked it for a while, he had my mom join in, start running the phones, got big enough to take care of her and him. They ran that for a year, ended up hiring his best friend who had also been in air conditioning, and they used to truck drive back when they were younger in Pennsylvania together. Had him hire on. That was his first employee. They would go on to do service calls, do a change out here and there. When I came on, I was basically the third technician. It was my dad, Gator, and then me, and then my mom running the phones out of the house. Since then, 2010, we ended up buying a warehouse that we built an office in, half our warehouse and a shop at. And then today we are now at 11,000 square feet. We have 13 vans. We have 7 technicians running. We have 3 install crews running, and just completely transformed the company from what it used to be to what it is now.
That's amazing. Wow. And is your dad still in the company or is he retired now?
He's since retired. He
Okay.
started to hand it over to me a few years ago. In 2023, I took over 100%, and I'm now owner of the business. So he gets to go and take his RV out and go run it around the United States and go ride around, playing around, and enjoying his time off. He's worked hard for it.
As they should, for sure. It sounds like they put in a lot of time. So that is a lot of years in the business, a lot of things you've tried. And let's touch a little bit on your marketing over the last 20 years. Obviously, you've probably tried a lot of different methods. What have you tried that didn't really stick? Something that you tried and it just didn't go.
We tried a ton of different things, different mailers, different websites, different advertising, lead sources. We've done a lot that hasn't stuck, and we've done a lot that time has just evolved us from what we were doing, like sending out a lot of mailers and a lot of direct mail stuff to more of a digital presence and an online presence. Kind of changed with the times.
Yeah, for sure. What is the one thing you say it was a must do, something that you tried and you stuck with and it's really working for you?
Working with the plumbing and HVAC SEO, that's probably been one of our major jumping points. There was, I honestly can't even remember how many years ago it was we got started with them, and for some reason they came up on my radar, and we had a conversation about our website and what we can do better and different avenues that they could take us to improve our marketing, and jumped on with that, and phones have been ringing ever since. So that has been getting our website, our Google lead service ads, getting our Google business presence all taken care of and handled has been probably the biggest jump forward in marketing and advertising that we've got. And we've seen our return on investment on.
Amazing. We're so grateful for the partnership, that's for sure. We all understand the importance of Google reviews and the impact that has on our growth. What do you do to gain those Google reviews? Do you have a process, a follow-up system?
Part of our process with that is training our technicians. We like to tell them that we know that we did a perfect job, a 100% complete happy customer job when we get that 5-star review. That's when we know that we had walked through the whole process. We had taken care of the customer. We had given them a great experience from the phone call through the repair or the service or the maintenance, all the way to, the finalization of the job. And then if we were able to get that review from them, that signifies that we did our job. So that's our most of thought on our culture here. And that's our culture in our company, is to reach for that 5-star review.
I love that. It's so important. And building off of that, we all know the trust factor, how important that is for our business. You're going into someone's home, and that's no small thing to open your door and have someone come into your home. So what do you do in terms of building that trust factor with the client ahead of a meeting or a scheduled appointment? Do you have anything that goes out to the client, letting them know about the technician, or how do you build that trust factor?
Absolutely. First, it all starts with a phone call and talking with our CSR department, our dispatcher, getting it scheduled. Once it's scheduled and we have a technician on their way, that will send out a text notification with a picture of the tech on coming to the job, has a little bio about them and talks about who they are, how long they've been in the company and how long they've been in the industry. So you get a little bit of a feel of who's coming out to your house before they show up. And when they do show up, you have a verification of who they are and that they are with our company. Obviously, uniformed employees and Mork fans with our wraps on them, signifying our company out front. So we want to make sure that the experience is a great experience from the start to the finish. So a lot of the times, if your system's not working or your air conditioning or heat's out, you're already having a bad day. So we want to do our best to make sure that we're going to make it as easy and as comfortable and as great of an experience as possible for you.
Yeah, that's incredible. It sounds like you've hit the nail on the head with that. So off of that as well, community involvement also builds trust. Is there anything that you have done in the past or any plans you have in the future for touching the community in any way? Is it sponsoring something or getting involved in an activity?
Absolutely. We're big fans of sponsoring the children's sports teams, high school sports teams. We recently sponsored one of our local schools here. Their weightlifting team, their girls weightlifting team, ended up winning, I believe, second place in state. And one of the girls on the team ended up taking sixth place in a really big competition. It was her first time in. Pretty excited about that. Several of our employees have their kids on baseball teams or gymnastics teams, cheer teams that we sponsor and help out with. We got a golf tournament coming up here actually next month that we're taking part on for one of our local schools, Bristol High's finance program. So we like to reach out, help out with the community, give back to the community, and make sure that we're doing what we can on that. Coming up soon with the new Daytona Tortuga Stadium that's being rebuilt and revamped. You'll see a lot of our name and advertising up on the stands and go on through there. So keep your eye out for that one as well.
That's amazing. I will definitely keep my eye out for that. These are all such great initiatives, and it sounds like you've really dialed into touching the community and building that trust factor. It's not just about you, it's about what you can do for the community, and that just helps build the family as well. So we've talked about some really cool things here. Let's touch on something a little different. What was a particularly hard season for you, a hard time in the business where you noticed a challenge, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Here recently, we've had a lot of challenges between the last several years with SEER changes, with refrigerant changes, mandates that are coming down from the government that are put in place to try and make the earth a little bit healthier and safer. And we've been dealing with a lot of the changes with that, a lot of supply chain issues from going from the old systems to the new systems and trying to keep up with parts and repairs with it. Some of the things that we've been doing is leaning on our manufacturers to help us out, try and expedite getting parts to us, trying to get more word out to everyone that we are here, that we're able to help out. We're offering financing on any of our system change outs and repairs because we know that a lot of the repairs are getting pricey now. So we have systems in place that we can offer financing to help out with that and spread out repairs over a length of time so that it's easier for the customer to make the repairs, make the decisions, and keep their systems up and running and keep them comfortable through the time.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's just so many balls in the air when it comes to the geopolitical side of things and financial side of things. I appreciate you sharing that little bit of a hurdle that you've recently had to sort of walk through or learn how to navigate. Sounds like you're doing a great job, though. If you were sitting across the table from somebody who was, say, hey, Billy, I really want to get going in the business. I want to start my own business. I want to get in the industry. What are two pieces of advice you would give that person?
A piece of advice to give to somebody that's trying to get into the industry,
Or considering opening their own business? Yeah.
considering owning their own business. One of my favorite things I would say would probably be to look for business coaching, especially in the industry that you're looking at. Knowing what to track, what to look for, what to manage, how to manage things properly, those will hold you back and keep you from growth and keep you from getting where you want to be. So finding a coach that's been there, that knows what they're doing, that can help you put the processes in place, that can help you getting the contacts that you need to get anything from vehicle wraps to uniforms, stuff like that. It's a huge help, and that's something that will drive you drive you forward faster.
Yeah.
Second thing would be making sure you have a good marketing plan, getting your name out there and making sure that people know that you exist as a company is huge. Making sure that you're working with a marketing team that knows what they're doing and paying attention to that side of things, I think are the two biggest things that bring you in customers and help you know what to do with customers once you get them.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's great pieces of advice. May I ask, what do you work with any associations or coaching networks? What are you involved in now?
We work with Praxis S10. That's one of the coaches that we work with and we've seen huge results with and have had a great relationship for a while now.
Oh, that's incredible. And do you work with your local chamber of commerce or any local business entities?
Absolutely. We're in with the Better Business Bureau. We're in with the Daytona Chamber of Commerce, Port Orange Chamber of Commerce, local areas. We try and keep up with all of that so that we're noticed and we're known.
Yeah, that's great. And that's all part of being part of that local community as well. Listen, it has been a pleasure talking to you again. And thank you so much for sharing your story. It's really inspirational to anyone who's considering getting in the business or just looking how to grow their own business. So we really appreciate your time today.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.